Today on Unrefined Ideas, we're going to talk about the top 4 craziest Black Widow murderers that we can think of.
Let's do it, guys.
Hey guys, Unrefined Ideas, episode 8 coming at you. Wade Britt.
Nick Hine.
All right.
We have some stuff to talk about, but I really want to tell you this story because just trust me, bear with me, follow me through the story.
Not a problem.
It's gonna take us into what we're gonna talk about today on the episode. Wade, I wake up every morning and when I listen to the sounds that are happening in the living room, I'm a bit confused, honestly, because there's a lot of police sirens and slashing and also murderous comments. But the biggest thing that I ever wake up, when I always wake up, I always hear something that's kind of like, it's like, and she went into the kitchen, grabbed the sharpener, and came back in the living room and stabbed her husband in the back of the neck.
Right.
Yeah. So she's my girlfriend Haley. She sits in the living room and basically watches all the ID shows, To Commit a Crime or Housewives Gone Mad or something. So what we're gonna do today is we've actually kind of gone through and done a little bit of research, just marginal research on a few of histories. Well, the segment's going to name it all. This segment is called Craziest Black Widow Killers. So, Wade, what you got? What's on your list for
Just
today?
to let you guys know, first off, what a Black Widow killer is, it's usually a woman. Mm. You know, you don't want to get reverse Black Widowed by a man. Mm-hmm. It could have probably happened, but I don't know what you would call that. But either way, a Black Widow is someone who usually, but does not have to, marries someone, it's a woman that takes advantage of a man that ends in the man's demise and her getting all his money. Mm-hmm. So I've got 2 very lovely bunnies that I can get into. Nick has 2 very lovely bunnies he's going to get into.
You're warming me up for yours, though, man.
Yes,
I'm ready.
Let's
do this.
So I'm going to spit bunny number 1.
Let's do this. Well, let's get it set up so that the viewers over there can see these ladies as well. So let's start with this first one. Which one was yours now? What's the name of yours? Let's go.
Okay, we have Bam Bam Betty Lou Beets.
Oh,
wow, yeah.
Look at this chick, huh?
Yeah, now
I'll tell you what, man.
That's a rugged lady.
That side profile shot, and look at her neck, dude.
But look at her eyes,
See
man.
That? Her eyes are one thing, but look at how crazy her neck looks. It looks nuts, man. Like that's not a nice human neck. That's a bad human neck. Oh, God. That's a killer's neck.
Well,
right
let me tell you. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tell you guys what this woman did. All right, she is this.
Wait,
5 husband.
Time out. What did you call her?
I called her Bam Bam Betty Lou. Bury him in the yard.
Bury him in the yard. I didn't know we were supposed to come up with witty nicknames, dude. I'm out on that one, I guess.
Sorry, I mean,
Continue, though. I'm sorry.
I just felt it fitting because, it's like this.
What'd she do, Wade? What'd she do?
All right. Well, out of 5 husbands, 2 of them met their demise at the end of a gun. All right, so husband number 5 was, all right, husband number 5, check this out. She's married to husband number 5. She shoots husband number 5 dead, buries him on said property in, where is it? Oh, it's even funnier because the name of this city is Gun Barrel City, Texas.
How fitting.
Yeah, so it's Gun Barrel City, Texas.
And it's in Texas.
Texas. Shoots the shit out of him, gets his house, gets the land, mind you, it's a trailer, whatever. She gets a lot of money, I guess.
Yeah.
So either way, that's husband number 5. She didn't kill the first 4 to our knowledge. But husband number 6 comes into the picture. This is where she gets her last name, Beets. His name was Timmy Don Beets. All right, so what she did with Timmy Don Beets was very, very similar. She ended up shooting him multiple times, and then she was a little bit older at this point in time, so she had her children from previous marriages, a son and a daughter, help her dispose of said evidence, which was the Beets. She still carries the name Beets, but unfortunately she died of lethal injection in the year 2000. So she's no longer with us.
So she was caught.
She was caught.
She
was
didn't
caught
get
in
away
1985. She did not get away with it.
Cool.
But there was a 2-year period between after she shot her first husband and then she shot the second husband, and then a 2-year period before they caught on. In 1985, she was arrested.
So they came to her and they were like, "Hey, why have your husbands both died of gunshots?" Curious?
Yeah.
Curious thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, you have obviously done much more research than I have, but that was definitely intense if I were to give it any
Well,
kind.
and the funny thing is, the first guy she buried in the backyard, she must not have liked him as much as Beets, because she kept that name even when she went to jail, the last name Beets. She kept that handle.
Huh.
So she's kind of crazy. So guess what she did with the kids? This is probably why she needed the kids' help. She buried them under the wishing well in the front lawn.
That's some ring shit, dude.
Yeah, so that's that extra creepy tinge. So all right, I want to hear about who you've got, but I had to throw that at you because someone that buries you under a wishing well, or in what they actually said was made into the wishing well. So I'm guessing it was like
made into the wishing well.
Not made into the wishing well, but like the wishing well was made on top of them, I guess.
Oh, whoa, dude, that's creepy. That's even creepier.
Yeah, so it's like they might have buried him shallow or something. I don't know.
I don't know why, but I just thought like they're using like her kid's bones for reinforcement for that stone on the well.
It could really be because she is bam bam Betty Lou burying in the yard.
Let's get one more look at this lady just real fast, so we can cap it all off. This is her again. Ugly.
Oh God, that's
definitely
a face.
Terrifying.
That's a face only that's really a face only a country boy could love, truthfully, because that's probably who she killed.
You know what? That's very true, man.
Yeah,
that is very much a country girl face, country boy face there.
Yeah, she ain't happy neither.
Well, like I said, I didn't really do as much research, but mine.
Yeah. Yes.
Is Miss Betty Newmar. Here's a picture of her right here.
Well.
Oh.
A little bit of crazy in their eyes.
A little bit, yeah. She's definitely a terrifying looking person, but she's not nearly as terrifying as the girl that you've picked out.
Yeah.
But so wherever Miss Betty Newmar was, death seemed to just like follow her in the form of her husband's dying.
Yes.
But it wasn't until her last husband died that the cops came and were curious. Like I was saying, like were I was like, were the cops not like your husbands have both died from gunshots, She hired, I should say, 2 hitmen to kill her first 2 husbands. She had 5. It seems to be a theme, recurring theme.
What is it about
with
the number
these,
of 5?
Yeah,
then 2 dead husbands.
Yeah, so Miss Betty Newmar completely survived. She didn't go to jail. She was indicted, but she was never committed. Right, like she was never actually put in jail. Okay. But she did face trials, and she died from leukemia.
Well, that's you fuck off, you get cancer like that. I guess karma loop sucks, man.
She died in June of 2011.
Yeah.
And the BBC actually did a documentary about her called "The Black Widow Granny." So,
well, there you go. Black Widow theme moving right along.
But when I was reading this was my favorite part of this whole thing. It says, I read basically the description of her. It says, wherever Betty went, death seemed to follow, especially if you were one of her 5 ex-husbands. But even after her arrest for killing her last husband, she avoided trial forever. Or did she? It's like, what? I mean, it definitely made me want to read more about her, but it's like, what is it? Anyway, so that's mine. Miss Betty Newmar, one more time picture. Miss Betty Newmar.
What a sweet lady. Yeah. Help her with her grocery skills.
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
might put arsenic in your cereal.
All right, what's your next one, man?
All right, well, I got Hollywood killer grannies, man. All right, let's look at a picture of these two beautiful broads, though. Oh man, look at that! It's grown up Thelma and Louise all over again.
Rutterschmidt is this lady's last name.
You know, so like
I like the one on the left's hair.
I'm not gonna lie, that hair gets me.
It's very Golden Girls, man.
You know, yeah.
These are like
yeah.
The killer Golden Girls.
These are the killer Golden. Literally, they're in their golden years for Hell on Wheels, Helen Golay.
Grannies.
Yeah, so they're grannies. All right, so here we got Hell on Wheels, Helen Golay, aged 77, and her accomplice, Olga, make you shudder, Rutterschmidt.
God, that last name, man.
I know it got me tongue twisted up, and she's weighing in at a 75, so nice young age. Either way, these young ladies, check out what they did. This is extremely on a level of. How fucked up is it? And I mean, you're already so old. You know, I'm not saying they were going to die. Nobody should die in their 70s. I think we should live till well, I don't want to live to be 100, honestly, if I can't do shit. Now, if I can still do shit, I'm good. Either way, I'm getting off topic. So these bitches, these old bitches, I'm going to just say they're bitches. They take motherfuckers off the street in LA, probably from Skid Row, right? They take them in. They feed them. They give them shelter.
Like homeless people?
Homeless men, to make it seem. All right, so check it out. Here's their big scheme. And they work together. So they go out, they bring them in and they give them this false sense of security, you know? And then they take out insurance policies on them. And of course they're going to tell them, be like, oh, don't worry, baby, you know, I'm taking care of you now.
So they actually date them.
I'm guessing that's what's going on. I didn't read that far into it.
Do you have to be married to have a insurance policy that
No, you do not.
Benefit?
No, you can have a beneficiary. Doesn't matter who.
Not married.
Doesn't matter who it is. It could just be anybody. It could be anybody. Yeah. Yeah, that life experience for me. But I'm just saying, like, you know, all right, either way, they're taking these homeless guys. You can already figure it out. They're taking out life insurance policies on them. But the worst way to go out, hit and run. They would hit and run these guys. So obviously they got down killing a man with a car really well. So they would hit him and run, and apparently they never got caught. They got up to $2.3 million in settlements.
Wow.
Settlement money before they were apprehended.
That's amazing, dude. Hit and run?
Hit and run. They ran them over with cars.
Was it because they were homeless that they maybe?
I think that's what it was. So these are more like serial killer grandmas, man. That
is really kind of
like Hollywood homicide, crazy serial killer grandmas. But yeah, I mean, they made $2.3 million off it. I mean, that's a fucking hobo hustle.
Huh. Well, that is definitely
that was so inappropriate, but I had to take it there, the hobo hustle, and they ran them over like they were deer, man. I mean, they must have backed over them. I mean, not all the times do people.
There should have been like trace evidence of a car. Don't you think that the cops would have, like, I don't know, put some?
They were old enough to be like, "Oops, I ran over him in the driveway,
and I just fell.
I couldn't
my hip.
I couldn't see him in the rear view when I backed over him."
All right. Well, what was their last name again? Golay and Rutterschmidt. Here's another picture of them. Look at them, soak them in.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like a fine wine.
It's so funny, though. You can tell which one's Rutterschmidt.
Yeah, you really can.
I don't know why. I'm just going, you guys pick which one's Rutterschmidt. We're not going to give it to you.
Yeah. Which is Rutterschmidt? New game here.
Rutterschmidt.
Anyway, so that was definitely a pretty ridiculous story of Black Widow killers. I mean,
Black Widow.
My next person here on the list here is Miss Nanny Dows. Here's a picture of her right here. She is absolutely hideous.
Only a mother could love that.
Only a mother could definitely love that face, which is kind of funny that you say. Right? They basically, same sort of situation, 5 husbands.
5 husbands again? What is this deal with 5 husbands? I don't get it.
The police, same sort of situation, didn't suspect anything until the last murder when they found massive amounts of poison in the remains of her husband.
Man.
And she finally, after a few times, confessed to killing not just her husbands, but 11 members of her family. She killed her mother, her sisters, and a grandson. The grandson, if I remember correctly, she asphyxiated. The cause of death was asphyxiation, which means she fucking smothered that kid. Like
smothered the baby.
Smothered it. And it was because her daughter wanted to date some other person.
And she threw the baby out with the bathwater,
she thought it wasn't fitting that this guy wouldn't take care of the baby or something. But a funny thing about all her parents, her dad was a very strict, very angry, very drunk person.
Okay.
And he controlled his family in a very, very strict way. So, bedtime at a certain hour, no girly magazines, no makeup, church on Sundays. And her husbands subsequently were all abusive and alcoholic.
Okay.
And, so much so that they actually, they nicknamed this killer the Giggling Granny and the Jolly Black Widow because she was really kind of a nice person.
Yeah.
I mean, minus her killing her entire family almost. Yeah. All of which
and being able to kill small children.
All of which seem to be for a monetary reason, which, you think you see something like this and you're like, they're just crazy. They're just nuts. But no, it's driven in
it's money, and
physical,
all these cases were about money, and I think that was the crazy thing about all these people benefit from death. And I mean, look at the $2.3 million that the Hollywood granny crazy ladies got away with running over hobos. That's not cool.
Well, no one cares about hobos, Wade.
Right? Yeah, nobody cares about the homeless except for little old Wade. But I really don't because I still roll up my windows. But I am so broke. So to you guys...
There's a difference, like what's the old adage? If a homeless man's going to be like, yo, give me 25 cents for a beer, you give him 25 cents. But if he's like... I'm hungry, you give them food.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to be honest with you, why not?
I mean, shit, I've had food thrown back at me. But either way.
Yeah, I gave this guy, a homeless guy, a Nutri-Grain bar one time, and he was like, what's this shit? I was like,
it's going to kill me.
You, man. Like,
he just wanted to smoke a rock.
So, her final husband, though, the last thing about her final husband wasn't anything like her other husbands. He was a churchgoer. He was a nice guy. He helped out in the community. Yeah. But he was boring. He was a boring husband. So he killed her because he was boring. Like, that was
death for being boring.
So yeah,
my boredom I blame on you and kill you, husband. Wow, that bitch is crazy, man. I mean, we've had 4 crazy bitches tonight, and
absolutely
wow.
4 crazy bitches. Let's get one last look at Nannie Doss, and then let's take a look at all of them all together, and then let's look at their pictures and see if we can determine which one is the worst.
That's true.
Just from a picture.
I kind of like that one.
So let's look at all of them together real fast. Here they are. And now let's kind of weed through them real fast because we don't have too much time, but I think this is probably going to be a little interesting. Let's do this. Okay, your first one, Betty Lou Beets. Here's a picture. Okay, let's look at her. Let's really look at her face here. We're going to use this picture right here. So what do you think makes her the most menacing here?
This picture right here?
Yeah.
That she could be anybody's grandma.
Well, yeah, but what about her physical appearance makes you the most afraid?
That crazy smile.
Is it the smile?
That crazy smile.
Okay. So let's take the smile from Betty Lou Beets and let's just put it off to the side. Okay, and then my next one was Betty Newmar.
I like where you're going.
So let's look at Betty Newmar.
This is fun.
What in this picture here presented to the audience?
Oh God.
Do you think is the most menacing aspect?
That hair.
The hair?
Well, the hair because it's like like Bugsy, but it's on an older lady and it's parted down the middle. I'm not gonna lie, her George Washington fish lips sell it too. So you know what I mean? It's like,
well, yeah, but we've already got the mouth.
We've got that. Okay, so we can't do that. So let's go with her hair.
Her hair. Okay, so we'll take the hair of Miss Betty Newmar.
We're gonna take her hair of Miss Betty Newmar.
We'll just set it aside over here somewhere. Okay, now let's go to your next one here, which is the Golay and Rutterschmidts.
Yeah, so we got 2 bitches to play with this time.
Two pictures. Let's pick it out. So what are you thinking here? I'll tell you what, man. Miss Rutterschmidt's like neck thing there that's going on.
Yeah, that needs to.
That's getting me.
Yeah, that's a base.
Like that's really getting me.
That's definitely getting me. Her nose. Her eyes, kind of.
Her what? Miss Rutterschmidt's eyes.
Yeah.
I think that if you took Rutterschmidt's eyes,
yeah,
and maybe her facial structure.
Yeah, if you put those on Golay, we can have a lot of fun with this.
We really can, man.
Well, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this.
But let's also look at the last one, which was Nanny Dows.
Nanny Dows,
which.
Her cheeks and stuff, like her chin line and cheek and everything else.
I'm honestly thinking her eyebrows because they look very much shaved and.
Oh, they're like almost gone, man.
Looking.
She basically crazy picked them off.
So we're gonna go off to the science lab over here, and then we'll mix it all up, and then we'll come back. So here we go. Let's do it. Sorry, guys. We had to get some refreshments. It was difficult there in the science lab, but we have successfully created the most hideous thing in the entire world. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the scariest Black Widow woman.
Oh man. Keep the children away from that. Man, dude, you could use her as bait. No, I take that back. The fish and sharks would run away.
Oh, God, Wade, what have we done?
I don't know.
What have we made?
It's some island of Dr. Moreau shit.
Wait. Did you use glycerin in the mix?
Oh, God, man.
Damn it!
No!
Ah! Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for us on this episode. We wanted to say thanks for watching. Please do not forget to hit that like button down there. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button up here. Every time you hit the subscribe button, you are instantly transferred into our world where you will be constantly kept up with information on our channels as well as content. So every day you'll get a message notification basically from YouTube saying, hey, our butts have uploaded something. So again, hit like, subscribe, share, comment, support us. My name is Nick Hine.
I'm Wade Britt.
And this has been another episode of Unrefined
Ideas.